Before we jump into those major scenes that have been officially confirmed by HBO, let me firstly introduce you with 3 new promotional photos that have been released by the Spanish Game of Thrones broadcaster today. Those new photos feature Jon Snow in Winterfell, Daenerys Targaryen on Dragonstone, and Jaime and Cersei Lannister in the Red Keep. Daenerys arriving for the first time at Dragonstone and touching its ground, Jon Snow walking through the halls of Winterfell, as well as Cersei Lannister and Jaime planning over their giant map, most likely belongs in the season premiere. Additionally, judging by Jon's face expression, this shot of him could be follow-up of the shot in which he literally slammed Littlefinger against the wall. Okay, let's now move on to today's topic. As I already mentioned in the beginning of this video, today I'm going to introduce you with major scenes that are confirmed by HBO itself. A long time ago it's been confirmed that Euron Greyjoy will come to King's Landing after he is going to successfully defeat Yara and the Sand Snakes in the Fleet Battle earlier this season and will make a deal with the new queen, Cersei. Upon failing to retake the kingdom of the Iron Islands from Euron, attempt which will result with the deaths of Obara and Nymeria, Illyria Sen and her daughter Tyene along with Yara are going to get captured. Meanwhile, it's also important to highlight that Jaime with Lannister army, along with Cersei's only ally Randall and his Tarly army, who will become allies earlier this season, will get ambushed by Daenerys riding Drogon along with her Dothraki horde while they are marching from Highgarden. After this defeat, the only Cersei's ally, Tarlis, will pledge fealty to House Targaryen, while Lannister army will not be powerful as it once had been. At this point, Cersei will be desperate. There are enemies all around her, enemies to the east, enemies to the west, enemies to the south, enemies to the north. Her only ally will be lost, which will represent a good opportunity for Euron to finally marry a queen. That's the moment in which Euron will come to King's Landing after he successfully defeats Yara along with the Sand Snakes. Euron will come to King's Landing and will parade with his prisoners through its streets, parading all the way to the Red Keep, which is the residence of Queen Cersei, and will pledge his army along with his Iron Fleet to Cersei, but in return, Cersei will have to marry him. And make no mistake, that's a deal which Cersei will accept. That's a deal which will bring her hopes that her reign is going to last a little bit longer. That's a deal which Cersei knows she has to accept, or otherwise her reign is over. Now this, at this point already confirmed event of the upcoming season, has also been confirmed by the official trailer itself. As I already said in my breakdown of the official trailer, judging by the brief look of a person that will clearly have a personal meeting with Cersei, and judging by the following shot, judging by Jaime's face, that person is definitely Euron Greyjoy. However, as a confirmation that this major scene really does include Euron Greyjoy offering his forces and prisoners to Cersei in the Great Hall, we have a shot from the recently published video by the official Game of Thrones YouTube channel. In that shot, we can see Lena Headey, to us known as Cersei Lannister, and Bjornsson, to us known as the Mountain, having a short break on the set. You might be confused at this moment and are probably wondering, how is this confirming a major event of the upcoming season that I've been talking about for the last few minutes? Well, if you look closely, you can notice a third actor that is portraying a main character in Game of Thrones and is clearly sharing the same scene with them. It's an actress that portrays Illyria Sand, and just as she was in chains in bunch of leaked photos, she's also in chains in this behind the scenes shot, confirming once again that Euron and Cersei will make a deal, will become new allies, deal which will most likely be accompanied with a marriage. At this point, I cannot confirm fate of Yara, Illyria and Tyene, but in my opinion, with two sick villains that Euron and Cersei most certainly are, it's pretty easy to assume that it will not end up well for them. Especially for the Sand Snakes, who are most likely going to be brutally tortured by Cersei as revenge for killing her daughter Myrcella, whereupon they are going to be executed. So yeah, we can without a doubt expect to see a few scenes of Euron and Cersei making a deal in the Great Hall, as well as a few scenes of Cersei confronting imprisoned Illyria Sand. Another confirmed event of the upcoming season that I will introduce you with in this video is Jon Snow, Sansa Stark, along with other Northern Lords having a meeting in which they will determine fate of treasonous Northern houses. I already briefly introduced you with this in my previous videos, so you might already know how this has been confirmed a few days ago. Same video that revealed Cersei sharing a scenes with imprisoned Illyria also contained very interesting group shot in Winterfell that includes Jon Snow, Sansa Stark, Brienne, Tormund and Northern Lords such as Lord Glower and Lady Mormont, which at first glance is not surprising at all since we already know from the official trailer that we will see this meeting probably in the very first episode of the 7th season. However, this same shot confirmed that Jon Snow and Northern Lords will most likely have a meeting regarding fate of the Northern houses that betrayed them by supporting the Boltons. This same shot has also once again confirmed an appearance of Ellis Karstark, as we can see an actress Megan Parkinson on the right side. As I said in previous video, appearance of Alice Karstark in the upcoming season is not that surprising at all, since Parkinson's Agency has actually confirmed her appearance in the 7th season of Game of Thrones a few months ago. Long story short, Alice Karstark is daughter of Rickard Karstark and is an heir of House Karstark since her father and 2 brothers died a long time ago, while her only remaining brother Harold will either be executed or sent to the wall for his betrayal. This meeting, that includes King in the North, all Northern Lords, as well as Alice Karstark herself, will determine fate of her house, which will most likely result with Jon Snow's refusal to hold Alice responsible for her brother's betrayal. Other than those events of the upcoming season that have once again been confirmed, today I will also introduce with a few exciting news about the 7th season. While we already knew that Season 7 premiere will run for 59 minutes, yesterday HBO has revealed the runtimes for each of the 7 episodes. Episode 2 and 3 will run for 59 minutes and 63 minutes, which are the longest 2nd and 3rd episodes in the show's history. On the other hand, Episode 4 is the shortest episode in the show's history as it will only be 50 minutes long. Episode 5 is the longest 5th episode, while Episode 6 and the Season 7 finale are longer than any episode of the show yet produced. The last 2 episodes will break the record established by the last aired episode, the Season 6 finale, The Winds of Winter, which stood at 68 minutes. Episode 6 will run for 71 minutes and the season finale will be incredibly 81 minutes long. Yesterday, HBO Nordic uploaded a video featuring some of the many locations where the production filmed the Season 7, with a focus on filming on Iceland and Los Barruecos in Spain. In this video, everyone, from the producers and crew to main actors, are talking about how unique Game of Thrones is and about how impressive the filming locations are, which is one of the main reasons Game of Thrones is one of the best shows. There are a few interesting shots of Iceland that features behind the scenes look of a few main characters. As we can see, Christopher Hivju, to us known as Tormund, is hanging out in Iceland with a rope, while I can tell for sure that scenes filmed on this location will most certainly represent the scenes beyond the wall, since Game of Thrones production has used Iceland to stand in for lands beyond the wall ever since the 2nd season. Now that you've been introduced with 2 major scenes that have recently been confirmed, as well as with the Season 7 news, let's get into another 2 scenes that might have been confirmed a couple of days ago. Apparently, Toronto's Sun daily tabloid newspaper got to learn quite a bit about the production during a set visit last October. In fact, Toronto's Sun details 2 scenes from 2 different episodes that its blogger Steve Tilley directly witnessed. As they reported, there will be a scene in the 2nd episode of the upcoming season that will take place in the main hall in the castle of Dragonstone, to be exact around its famous painted table carved in the shape of Westeros and engraved with its major cities and landmarks. Apparently, Daenerys Targaryen, along with Tyrion, Missandei, Theon and Yara Greyjoy, Illyria Sand and Olenna Tyrell will discuss the best way to pry King's Landing from Cersei Lannister's grip. The newspaper described another scene that will take place in the season premiere in Winterfell. According to Toronto's Sun, there will be a meeting in Winterfell that will attend obviously the king himself, Jon Snow, as well as Sansa Stark, Brienne of Tarth, Davos Seaworth, Lyanna Mormont and Tormund. In this scene, they discuss the great war that is coming, about the threat of the White Walkers and their whites, whereupon Jon Snow insists that they need to find out as much obsidian they can, since it's the only substance, beside Valyrian steel, capable of killing White Walkers. Perhaps this is the same meeting throughout which they are going to determine fate of